Update 4.5, also known as the Halloween update, dropped yesterday. I wasn't able to play it then, but I got a chance to play it today. And before I get into the update log analysis, I just want to say that I found this update to be awesome, even if it was a little bit late. I still haven't played all the new content, but I have fought the 2 main bosses and played with the new scythe weapon. So far, I'm really enjoying this update. In fact, this might be my favorite event update so far. Anyway, enough intro, let's get right into the update log analysis. First, let's cover the new island that was added in this update, Transylvania. This island is Halloween exclusive, which means that when this update is over, the island will disappear. I found the island to be well made and a lot more fun to explore than any of the past event islands, especially Elo's Island or Valentine's Day Island. The island is fairly big and contains a few key locations that are definitely worth visiting. And these are the summoning area for the pumpkin boss, Baal, the witch's hut, where you can buy all the exclusive Halloween clothing, and where the portal to the abyss, where the demon jester is located, is, and the cemetery. I really enjoyed the depth that the island had in terms of content, and it was fun to explore all the key locations. I really liked the linear progression of having to acquire the zombie parts from the cemetery in order to summon Baal, and then having to defeat Baal in order to get the key for the witch's hut, and then finally getting the witch to summon the portal to go and fight the demon jester. The 2 main Halloween exclusive event weapons were purchasable with Robux. This may seem like cheating to some, but for someone like me who doesn't really enjoy grinding the boss too many times, this was perfect. If you couldn't already tell by the background footage, the new scythe was the first thing I bought, and I really like how the new weapon plays, and the abilities in particular are great for doing easy 2 or 3 step combos and are really beginner friendly. I haven't used Hollow's Thang yet, but I saw someone in my party using it and it looked super cool. I'm going to skip the rest of Baal's and the Jester's armor and such and move straight onto the outfits that were purchasable for Pelly. Now, this was a great addition and really made Pelly seem useful this update. The clothing shop in the witch's hut was a nice touch and definitely enhanced my experience of the update. On top of all the new in-game items that I've mentioned, a few new Robux exclusive items were added as well, and these included a spare fruit bag item which can be traded, and this is a great addition and something that I've been asking for a while. Players can now hold up for free of this new item, and the fact that it can be traded means that players who do not have enough Robux to buy their own fruit bag can now trade to acquire their own one through trading in-game items that they have acquired through playing the game. This means that less parts of the game are hidden behind a Robux paywall, and the next Robux item that I'm going to talk about also helps to stop another mechanic being hidden behind a paywall. Before this update, the only way to reset the devil fruit was to pay Robux. However, now you can trade this new dark root item to other players in order to avoid having to pay any Robux. Now, this is a kind of win-win for both players, as the devs can make money while the players can access features that were locked behind Robux paywalls without actually having to spend any Robux. One new fruit that was added to this update, and that was of course the new Horo no Mi, and I haven't had a chance to use this fruit yet, but it looks fun, and I am currently trying to acquire one. So if any of you guys watching want to give me a free Horo no Mi or want to trade for it, hit me up on Discord, we can arrange some sort of trade. That's really all the new content that needs to be discussed, so now I'm going to move on to discussing the balance patch. So Crab Cutlass got nerfed quite heavily this update, with an increased startup time on lunge by 25% and a nerf on the range from 45 to 30. From what people have told me, it is still good if you know how to use it, but in general it is definitely not what it used to be. Candy Cane had its healing mechanic reworked to scale off of health, percentage of health rather than just a set amount, and this makes more sense as the max health typically changes every update, so this is a solid solution to this. One sword style got a pretty big buff in the form of hyper armor after the initial cast on both Shishi Shonson and Raging Serpent. This is a fairly big change and might make the fighting style more viable in PvP. However, katanas across the board also had their damage nerfed, so maybe the buffs might not be enough to keep this fighting style in the spotlight. Gonmu received a nerf in the form of a new damage cap on Gatling, and it is now 15 instead of 25. This nerf was honestly needed, considering how much damage the move was doing pre-update 4.5, and Magma Eruption burn damage received a damage nerf, which I think was honestly needed, considering how much damage I had been seeing the move do pre-update 4.5. For those who are reading the patch currently on screen and thinking, is that what that means? Yes, I had to confirm with both Drag and Winter alongside a few practical experiments, and yes, what this means is the burn damage has been nerfed, not buffed. At first, I thought it was a buff, but it's not. Guns received a pretty big buff or rework, I guess you could call it that, and basically guns now stun the target with bullets, and rifles and pistols stun for 0.25 second, where a bullet hits, and shotguns stun for a whole 1 second if all the bullets land. Shotguns technically fire 10 bullets, so each bullet is 0.1 whatever. Along with all these new specific nerfs and buffs, 2 new general combat nerfs were also introduced in this update, and they are nerfed airtime for air combos and a nerfed melee scaling for basic punches. On top of this, weapon M1 scaling has been completely revamped this update, with faster weapons now doing lower M1 damage and vice versa for slow weapons. This is a great change, as it should help decrease the fast weapon meta and create a more even playing field for both types of weapons. However, due to the nature of this change, it will likely result in a few patches in the future in order to achieve a good balance. Because any sort of major damage change will likely need to be patched in the future because of the way people find out OP combos and it becomes a little bit unbalanced. Point is, just expect a few patches to this to make it more, balanced. Another interesting feature that's been added is the Arena Storm, and the Arena Storm will completely transform the 1v1 environment and will decrease running and encourage players to fight fast in order to avoid the storm appearing at 5 minutes. If players do wait for the storm though, they'll have their health and stamina set to full and will lose all stocks but one. This storm will then get smaller and smaller until it has engulfed the entire map after approximately 200 seconds. Finally, I'm going to quickly cover some miscellaneous updates. All one sword style skills now have new sounds. This is a change that's interesting and probably done to avoid some sort of copyright. However, it could be for a number of other reasons. A new item rarity has been introduced called Collectible, and this rarity will be given to items like Marine Cape, Cap, and Cool Shades. On top of this, new collectible items are on the way. A new logo has been added and can be seen in the new loading screen for the game. Furthermore, new music has been introduced, and the menu theme, Universe Hub theme, Halloween title theme are all now safe to use for streamers and content creators. All of this new music was made by Albert Kim, and I'll leave his channel linked in the description below. He is an amazing music creator. I have seen his channel, looked at the songs, and they are really good. He makes a lot of like Roblox, I guess, soundtracks, and they are great. Now, the final update that I want to mention is that they added 7 new shoe options in customization. Okay, that took longer than expected, but yeah, that was my analysis of the update 4.5 log and the update in general. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. With that out of the way, I hope you guys have a great day, evening, whatever time it is for you guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.